All right, hi everybody, it's Kelly with the Cottleville Fire District. I am here with Training Officer Cahill, Battalion Chief Peters, and Captain Gettermeier. We're talking a little bit about training today and really what it takes to be an engineer or driver of our fire trucks. So Captain Gettermeier, talk a little bit about what it takes to be able to be an engineer on the fire truck and really what that entails.
So when we look at our companies, all our companies, our ladder company and our engine company all have a company officer, the captain that's responsible for the apparatus, and then 3 firefighters that are assigned to that. One of those firefighters will serve as the driver. And typically around a firefighter's 4th year of service here, we begin that driver training with them. And for us, the driver's position is more than just driving the truck, it's pumping the truck. We have various size hose lines, hose lengths that we pull off, and that engineer has to do some fire flow calculations to set the pump right, to make sure we get enough water, to make sure we have enough pressure to put the fire out. So it's more than just driving the big truck. It's pumping the truck, it's being responsible for the equipment on the truck, it's checking out the truck and doing the little minor repairs. If we have a problem with the motor or a problem with equipment on the truck, that all falls underneath the driver.
Great. Battalion Chief Peters, tell us a little bit how you guys decide who is going to be an engineer and who gets to drive the truck each day and be the engineer on the truck each day.
Well, somewhere along your career, everybody gets trained to be a driver. So everybody that is employed by us sooner or later gets the driver operator type training Brian's talked about. On a daily basis, a lot of times that falls to the senior guy on the truck. The senior private on the truck can select to drive that day. Although we do allow the guys with less seniority to rotate in that position once a month or so to get experience, because it does take a lot of experience to do that job well. There's a lot of details to that job. So the experienced guys that have been on the fire scenes know the details of the job, do a really good job for us as drivers, because they can think ahead and they know some of the things the captain's going to request even before the captain's requesting, as far as soon as they get the water supply set up, getting lights set up, getting ventilation set up, some of the other tasks that the captain has to get done, that driver gets all the tools set up and ready for him to accomplish those tasks.
Great. And Training Officer Cahill, tell us a little bit about what your role is in getting these officers trained and what it takes, any specialty certifications, updates, things like that.
So the training program to become a driver operator or engineer, whatever we want to call them, it takes a lot of experience actually getting out on the road with the truck, operating that piece of equipment, and just because you learn how to drive a pumper doesn't mean that you're going to be okay to drive the ladder truck, because they handle differently. Require 10 hours of drive time while you're in each type of apparatus. So that's logged drive time. And in reality, before a person gets checked off to be a driver operator, they'll spend probably twice as much time driving the truck around, doing different things, practicing pulling in, spotting hydrants, getting through subdivisions, backing, going through road courses, and that's just the driving part. So my role in that is making sure that our program is current and making sure that the captains and battalion chiefs follow up with making sure that the firefighters that are going through the program go through the training and document everything properly. And that's just the driving part of it. Learning how to, it's easy to become a fire truck driver because a lot of people can drive a vehicle. Learning how to drive it when you're running with the lights and siren on, and remaining calm and making sure that the apparatus and the people that are inside the apparatus and the people that are on the roadways that you're passing by are safe is a big thing. But more importantly, once they get on the scene, they have to learn how to operate the truck. and operate the pump. They need to know what to do. So one of the things I do is I work on putting together training programs and seeking out opportunities to where they can learn, and making sure that our captains are passing on information. That's what I help with, and that's, that was adding on to what Brian and Dan had said about the driver operator engineers.
Great. Thank you so much. Maybe people don't realize how much training does go into being a firefighter or what it takes. So I think this was a really great example to see so many different sides of what kind of training goes into just something as simple, right, as driving a truck, because it's not nearly as simple as maybe what people think. So thank you all for sharing that bit with us.